that we pretty much have to think in this curriculum wise.
Okay,
Because
very good.
when I see a different same e-learning platform, what they are offering is different from Skill-Lync. Like Skill-Lync is totally on industrial knowledge, right? So
Okay.
what they use in industry, that we will teach.
Okay.
So like I said in the tool test, I got the same exact thing, but the
Yeah.
practice in Skill-Lync, right?
Okay.
So that was really helpful. And the technical rounds which I attended,
Mhm.
that was already prepared by the Skill-Lync people that
Okay.
you might get this answer, like you might get this type of
Okay.
questions. You just have to prepare these things.
So who is Rajesh?
I'm a basically aerospace engineering graduate from
Okay.
Andhra Pradesh state. To introduce myself, I am Rajesh. So I'm at the developer Rajesh. I completed my graduation from Safrat University in Punjab in the stream of aerospace engineering. So now, because of this Skill-Lync, I'm working in L&T office with an grade of NTDS 3 in India
Cool.
in upper body design. That's my role.
Cool. So Rajesh, coming to our main, L&T's hiring procedure. So how many rounds were there, and how was your interview experience, and what was kind of a question you got during the panelist at PR, HR? How many rounds were there? So just give a brief talk on that, Rajesh. Over to you.
Yeah. So L&T hiring procedure, it was around 5 rounds.
5 rounds.
Initially, it was initially it was an online presentation, like based on my skills. They asked me to present one PPT, like what you do know in your technical skills in the camp model. After that, they called me to an office where it was a normal assessment round of the technical round.
Okay.
It was a panel of 2 people, and there's, I think they are the team leads. So they did test me on my resume and the glance through my resume.
Okay.
They did ask me on the projects, like what I've done, and then like my leading background, like what I learned and why you choose this design work.
Okay.
And after that, it was a tool test. Help because this Skill-Lync gracefully, I got the same model which I practiced. I mean, the Skill-Lync has its particular projects timeline, right, for each test. So because of that practice and tool test, it was like pretty simple for me.
Okay, you got
And
this.
then it was
Sorry to interrupt. You got this.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it is pretty much same.
Okay.
Like, almost same, I think.
Okay.
I nailed it.
Okay.
And after that, it was an interview with my hiring manager.
Okay.
There it was again a technical and assessment, and I did pass that well. So in this whole process, like Skill-Lync, they did really helpful me.
Okay.
How in the case is that eventually after completing all the courses, they did train me for the interviews as well. Like they conducted a couple of mock tests, interviews. That really helpful for me.
Cool.
Like I didn't feel tense while doing any internship, like interviews. So that really helped from Skill-Lync. After that, HR interviews.
Okay.
Like I don't know if I can mention, like basically it was around 4 to 5.
Okay.
For all, we did have any like skills, like we can also negotiate with that happened with G.
Okay.
So that was one. And end of the day, they told me like I was selected and they given me the sponsored.
Cool. So this was the overview of L&T hiring procedure. Correct, Rajesh? 5 rounds. So this was all about the overview. So now we'll spotlight on one by one round, Rajesh. So first round was assessment, right? So how was the assessment round, Rajesh? So MCQ kind of questions, or is it coding questions? Like how were the questions basically? What?
No, it's not either MCQ or coding. It's actually they took a glance with my resume.
Okay.
So there I mentioned all my skills, projects I've done. Okay. So they asked questions on that all, not like MCQ. It's just more on the test.
Okay, so it was just a assessment.
Yes.
Okay.
Based on my projects, I get the questions and I need to answer them.
Okay. So how was the interview? Is it online or is it offline? Like you need to go to the site. Like how was it basically?
Initial round, it was an online round.
Online. Okay.
After that, they called me to an office. But first assessment technical round, it was on a like 1-to-1.
Okay.
I had an interview with the panel members.
Okay. So I didn't get this one, Rajesh. Like online, you mentioned you just asked orally kind of question. Like, is it not a MCQ or coding kind of question? Like, how was it actually?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
The online interview, we just have to present our projects.
Okay.
Like since I'm going in as a fresher,
Mhm.
they will assess me based on my projects and technical skills, right?
Okay.
So I need to present my technical skills and projects in the presentation. So there as well, they'll ask me some questions.
Okay.
So that was my initial round.
Okay.
That was online. I did for my hometown, and then they asked me to come to office in Bangalore. So there I did. That's the
Alright.
second round.
Cool. So the first round was assessment. All questions will be related to your project. Panelists will be asking one by one, so you need to answer. So this was all about round one. Round two was about tool round, right? Tool round.
Tool test. Yeah.
So what is this tool test is all about, Rajesh?
So tool test for a mechanical design engineer, it is like they'll give us a 3D model, either
Okay.
remastering or a solid conversion or 2D to 3D.
Mhm.
We have to do that thing.
Okay.
But the thing what happened with me was it was neither of those things. They give me a like styling surfaces and I have to do all the things that I learned in a skill. I was
Okay.
actually shocked by seeing that in a tool test.
Okay.
Then since I learned that in a Skill-Lync and then I cleared it here. This
Okay. Cool. So this was all about the second round.
yes. Cool.
Okay. So like I just wanted to ask this one. When did you get the results, Rajesh? Like on the spot, they will mention the result, or is it taking some time to mention the result? Like how was it?
For me, it was like they mentioned me on that same day. At the end of the day, mentioned me that you're selected and you'll get the offer letter by 1 or 2 days.
Alright.
Yeah,
Well-
that's for me. But some people who were with me, like they took some time to select.
Okay. All right. So one is done, two is done. Third round was assessment again. What was that?
Yeah, again assessment round by my project manager.
Okay. So
Just again the same questions, but in a typical manner.
okay.
It's
So
just
how was
again a oral interview.
okay.
Some they were tricky, but then I yet the answers were same, but it was asked in a really tricky manner.
Okay.
So I was prepared by that by studying, so I did it.
Okay. So it was kind of a twisted kind of question asked in the third round.
Yeah.
So
Kind of technical round. The how do you say assessment based on technical, and then in office presence like portfolio or selected like how will you do the same thing.
okay.
That kind of question.
Situation based question.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So this was all about the third round. Okay. So third round. Okay. So third round was kind of a not difficult, kind of a twisted kind of round, if I am not wrong.
Yeah, we just need some presence of mind and we can clear it.
Okay. So do you remember the question, Rajesh? Like what kind of questions you got from the panelist in the third round? Do you remember the question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were asking me all the technical questions, and in middle of that, he added that. So he mentioned that why you're done Skill-Lync, right?
Okay.
So why do you have to choose the Skill-Lync? If you're done a 4 years degree, 4 years BTech graduation, why do you have to choose having a Skill-Lync course to get that kind of knowledge? That was my question. I mentioned that. So what I learned in the BTech graduation and what I learned in Skill-Lync are totally different.
Okay.
Based on the industrial knowledge, we just need some more skills to enhance. So that I got from Skill-Lync, and now I'm here for an interview. That was my question.
Okay, cool. So this was one question you got from the panelist. This is only one question, Rajesh, or is
Yeah.
some? Okay.
No, it was also about the salary. Like before going to that interview, I was doing an internship.
Okay.
So they asked me like, why didn't you continue that internship as a permanent work? I said like they paid me less based on my skill.
Okay.
But then he said like, for an initial people we get that low salary only. Why do you expect a high salary?
Okay.
Then I said like, so based on my skills and what I invested in that thing, I also expect a return of investment, right? It's not that I'm asking work, but I'm asking what I deserve.
Correct. Yep.
So,
Agree with that.
something like that.
So it's a pretty well strategical response, Rajesh. Yeah, it's a good one. Yes. So this was all about the third round. Fourth round was?
Yes.
What was that?
It was like an HR interview.
Okay, HR. So how was it, Rajesh? How was your experience? HR round?
HR, when I went into the office, like when I went into the cabin of HR, he was talking about like office policies and then like how does he what they are putting on employee. I was thinking like whether I'm selected or not. That was ruining my mind. And I asking whether I'm selected, or asking all these questions.
Okay.
Then he said like, yeah, you're selected or not. Then it was like they explained me office policies, what I did for an office for an employee benefits, all that thing. And then he mentioned me a salary, like showed me a salary for this particular role for an fresher. Then I said like, yeah, but I you know what, I negotiated with you. Because the thing what happened is in LEDs, whatever they hide a fresher, it will be hired as a GED. So since the skills they see in me, they hired me as a direct engineer. So they didn't train me in anything.
Okay, from the
so
basically default
LTTS 1 to LTTS 3. Yeah, by default I was hired as an engineer.
Sorry to interrupt you. So the default role was a graduate engineer trainee. By looking into your skill, directly they hired you as an engineer, correct?
Yeah, they cut off that training time.
Cool.
So and I took a chance to ask them negotiate. So I negotiated and I got a pretty good in what I expected.
Cool, buddy. So this was the 4th round. So how was the final round, the 5th round, Rajesh? So how was it?
It was the interview was the final round.
Final, okay.
But one actual round was an online presentation, but this was in my hometown. It is 5 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So presentation, will they share any use case or like what kind of topic will be given from the company and Rajesh? Like what kind of presentation is it?
Okay, so they basically give us the job description, right? So based on that, from our side, we need to show them our skill sets and then the project we're done.
Okay.
We just have to explain them elaborately. And they'll ask the questions.
Okay. Cool. So this was
around 50-20 minutes.
Alright, so presentation will be given and on that presentation, the question will be asked from the panelist, correct?
Yes.
And every round is an elimination round, correct?
It was like that. Like when I started this online presentation, there were so many people and then when I come to the final round, it was around 3 or 4.
Okay. So then it's every round is elimination round. So once you, unfortunately, if an individual gets selected or rejected, so will they receive any rejection mail or something, Rajesh? Like how is it?
Yeah, we just have to contact with an HR.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe my HR, she directly told me that you're selected on the same day. And other people also, they got the information on the same day. You are not selected, you can only hold.
Okay, so automatically the communication will be conveyed from the HR to an candidate.
Yeah, they'll probably convey that. Yeah.
All right. So we covered everything about its hiring procedure. So before jumping to its CTC role and responsibility working, how was your preparation strategy, Rajesh? I also observed that you were mentioning about the Skill-Lync term. So what is it actually? Is it a course? Is it a website? Like what is it basically, Rajesh?
So Skill-Lync is basically an e-learning platform, right?
Okay.
I found that through an YouTube channel.
Okay.
Like I was just scrolling through shorts and I found that YouTube channel named Skill-Lync. And I found it interesting. All that I've taken the Skill-Lync courses that I was giving multiple interviews, right?
Okay.
Crack that, but I could reach the final round. So I thought like I'll give a quick glance to the website, and it was pretty much aligned to my interest.
Okay.
So I basically chose it because I completed my graduation 2020. Okay. Of aerospace. So after that, I attended multiple interviews, but then they're asking for the role I attended. They're asking some skills based on the CAD only.
Okay.
Right. So then I went to the Skill-Lync and I found this course like hybrid vehicles and I enrolled in it. So I basically enrolled in that because curriculum was pretty much industrial wise.
Okay.
So I found it very knowledgeable. So then I took the course. Coming to what I gained through the course is that because the course was pretty much friendly with you can like on the same place.
Okay.
So I did that course for around 3 or 4 months and I gained so much knowledge in the CAD only.
Cool.
So the course was in the plastic domain and the sheet metal and the GD and T and wiring harness.
Okay.
That's what I was looking from an industrial perspective. Like that skills I need to have for an interview.
Okay.
So after that, yeah.
So
and after that,
sorry to interrupt you. Like in the market, Rajesh, like n number of courses are available with respect to your domain.
Yeah.
Okay, so how different it makes, Rajesh? Like what makes this skill-link courses stand out from the market courses?
That we pretty much have to think in this curriculum wise.
Okay,
Because
very good.
when I see a different same e-learning platform, what they are offering is different from Skill-Lync. Like Skill-Link is totally on industrial knowledge, right? So
Okay.
what they use in industry, that we will teach.
Okay.
So like I said in the tool test, I got the same exact thing what the practice in Skill-Link, right?
Okay.
So that was really helpful. And the technical rounds which I attended, that was already prepared by the Skill-Link people. That you might get this answer, like you might get this type of questions. You just have to prepare these things. So they did multiple mock tests, multiple interviews. So these kind of guidance I couldn't find in a different e-learning platform.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So yes, speaking fresher perspective, Rajesh, would you suggest freshers to undergo this kind of courses of Skill-Link, or like is it too high to those people, to our audience? Like, what do you suggest?
Definitely, I'll tell them. Definitely, I'll tell them to take a course. If at all they are looking for an good, knowledgeable skills with knowledge, and then a better placement.
Okay.
That I can say.
Hello then.
Because I did
Go ahead.
I did my BTech in Shastra University. It's not just some basic college; it was a top-notch college. But I couldn't get the same skills what I get in Skill-Link, right?
Okay.
So that definitely gives it a step higher for Skill-Link. If at all we need some industrial knowledge.
Okay. So they have a proper grip on the industrialization curriculum. So what kind of questions an individual can expect in the industrialized interview? So that is what makes it stand from the other course. All right, cool.
Yes.
So I guess we covered pretty much about its hiring procedure and your preparation mantra. So now we'll put a spotlight on the expected CTC for a fresher as well as the working mode, Rajesh. So what is the expected CTC for a fresher perspective, Rajesh? Mention the range.
So it actually goes from 3 to all the way around 5.5 or 6 LPA.
Okay.
So that we can expect from a fresher on Skill-Link side. But it also depends on what you learned in Skill-Link and how you manage that to get can negotiate that in HR, right? So I myself negotiated with my HR and I got a pretty good range of for my DC.
All right. So what else we are missing? What is your role? Yeah, role. What was the role?
So I said I'm a LTTS grade 3 engineer in LTT.
Okay.
So it is my role to define. It was upper body designing. I work in a sheet metal, right? Upper body designing.
Okay, upper body design engineer. Cool. So just a curious question now. What is this upper body design engineer? Like just a 50-second explanation, Rajesh. What is?
Okay, can I explain that?
Yep.
So the upper body is that thing. You'll be riding a car, right? Metal car.
Okay.
There, whatever you see without this plastic seats, steering wheel, instrument panel, whatever is that in the sheet metal, right? Like in a white body.
Okay.
Whoever is in mechanical, they might have got that thing. There we have underbody, then upper body.
Okay.
Basically comprises of A pillar, B pillar, roof, BS, all those things. So it goes in some technical time.
All right. So everything went above my head, but the mechanical audience from the same domain, I think.
Yeah, they can relate.
Yeah. So I guess this explanation made it pretty much beneficial to you. So last question, Rajesh. Like, how is it working mode currently?
So currently we should be in the
offline.
Okay. So basically, I work in a R&D department, own R&D department. So I can't just work from home. I just have to be in the
office. All right. So I guess we covered everything. Last but not the least, Rajesh, any suggestion to our audience, freshers, the viewers who are watching our video?
So, if anyone is taking a course from Skill-Link, just make full benefit of that course. What I'm telling is that I have seen my peer people who have taken Skill-Link course, but they are not as knowledgeable as what I expected. But they came with along with me for an interview, but they couldn't pass that. But Skill-Link has done 100% from their side to educate that person.
Okay.
What we have to do is that we have to take that 100% knowledge from Skill-Lync.
Cool.
That I thought of someone is taking it.
Any suggestion to our audience, Rajesh, our viewers, our freshers? Yep.
Suggestion, like, it doesn't matter where you get the knowledge, but what you have to get that thing is right. You get your fundamentals right.
Cool.
You take, you get 100% knowledge from whatever course you take, no matter
Correct.
what course you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's my suggestion.
make your fundamentals strong. That is the first mantra.
Yeah.
Before becoming expert.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Rajesh, I guess we covered pretty much everything, and I really appreciate you for taking time and joining us and sharing your L&T's hiring procedure. Thanks a lot, man, for joining us today.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys, this is about a stock. And if you're not a subscribe to channel, hit the bell icon and subscribe. And I'll be sharing a Skill-Lync link in the description. If you want to explore different kind of courses or similar kind of courses, you can just go and look into that. Link I will be giving in the description. And Rajesh, thanks a lot, man, for joining us today.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
And yeah, guys, this is about a stocks in the next video. Take care.